Okay, welcome back to Open. Our final guests for the program are bringing to light the City College of New York's Lavender Week, which is a showcase of important conversations on mental health, led by CUNY students, advocates who are front and center at the heart of the issue. So please welcome to the show Professor Jaime Schwarz and Hype Team leader Lauryn Bivans. Jaime and Lauryn, nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. Don't we love CUNY? CUNY is at the heart of New York City. I'm a CUNY, a Lehman graduate, so I get it. Let's just start with you, Jaime. Talk to me a little bit about what Lavender Week is about and what this whole effort is for CCNY. And then, of course, the extension is for all the CUNYs and for everybody in New York.
Sure. So CCNY is very proud of hosting Lavender Week again, which is a mental health week for awareness. And it just so happens that the class that myself and Professor John Totaro teach, marketing and PR, with our mostly seniors class, is focused with Fox Corporation on mental health advocacy. So we'll be holding 3 different events today, April 28th at noon, in the NAC building with our 3 different teams, one of which led by Lauryn and her agency Hype, around the different insights that they've been researching on mental health awareness and advocacy.
Well, you're not going to talk about the research without telling us a little bit more about that research. Just give us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we pretty much went to CCNY students and we had them fill out a survey that we made ourselves, and we found that actually 61, like over 50% of students already identify as mental health advocates. So like pretty much with this project, we kind of want to turn them into more active advocates and spreading the word of the resources that are available to them on campus.
Explain to me what a mental health advocate actually is. I mean, all of us would want, strong minds and strong bodies. I mean, why not? But how is that defined in the research you're talking about?
Yeah, so an advocate is pretty much what we found is because they already identify as advocates. However, like there's kind of a stigma when talking about their mental health. We want to just turn like these passive advocates into active advocates. So what that means is students care about other people's mental health. They're just not actually actively talking about it and engaging in these resources. So we kind of want to bridge that gap when for these resources.
Yes, I understand. I got to tell you that on another program that I host is called Bronx Talk. We did a show that did studies of people in New York City and their opinions. And one of the things that was shocking, that only 17% of New Yorkers wanted the city to take people off the streets and put them right away into mental institutions without consultation and without support, et cetera, et cetera. This to me reflects exactly what Lauryn is talking about, that what we really want is real mental health support instead of just kind of moving them around from one place to the other. And I think, Lauryn, what you and Professor Schwarz are talking about fits right into that. Professor, talk to me about this whole, what you're doing in the context of an education at CCNY and, frankly, all the CUNY institutions.
Sure. So this is a 400 level course where we're focused as a capstone with Fox Corp on what they care about most, which is mental health advocacy. So we are doing this basically as an ad agency would. It's modeled very much in the same way that I, as a former creative director, and Professor Totaro, as a PR expert, can model the class in order for the students to really have real world experience, hence a real world client. So in cooperation with NAMI.org, Fox Corp has asked us to really work on not just mental health, but advocacy. And as Lauryn was saying, in their studies support the stigma that has really stopped people because of things like thinking about institutions rather than just simple active listening, normal kinds of therapy, work with other services that CCNY is full of. And this is one of the things that we really want to get across. College is one of those times, and especially in this CUNY system, where services are everywhere for everybody, especially during this very stressful time as kids are learning to become adults and dealing with real world issues. So to take advantage of all of the services that CCNY has and the CUNY system at large is a great goal for us.
You know what's really exciting to me is the notion not only that people say, well, of course, we want everybody to be healthier, but both of you have used the word as advocates, that the students want to be advocates, that they want to help. That to me is a very exciting thing. It says a lot about New Yorkers, and it says a lot about young New Yorkers who see stuff going on and want to figure out how to be, volunteer themselves to have people do better. I don't know which one of you wants to just respond to what I said. Probably both of you. Let's start with you, Professor, and then we'll get to you, Lauryn, about this kind of thing.
Yeah, as speaking as an old person myself, this is something that's changed generationally. When I was a psychology major up in college, mental health was just something that you did only think about in terms of your psychology degree and therapy and things like that that were much more on the deeper end. And only now, I think, past millennials and into the Gen Z generation, and Lauren's a perfect example of this, as the rest of the classes, of really taking mental health seriously. But how you act on that, I think, is where a lot of us are stuck. And it's been so great to see all the different research that the different teams have all come to different conclusions on. Hype being a great example in terms of, well, I'll let Lauryn speak for herself in terms of what they found beyond stigma.
Lauryn, go ahead. Just talk about this notion that it's not just learning about it, and it's not just saying, well, these are issues, and then they put it in their notes, but these are people who really want to do something.
Yeah, so I think like with the younger generations, with Gen Z, we've definitely changed the conversation with mental health. I think a lot of us are burnt out with something that's like we found with CCNY students is that some of us have jobs or outside responsibilities outside of school. And sometimes it's okay to just take a 10-minute break. And that is still part of mental health. It doesn't always have to be, what Professor Schwartz was saying, like, you know, a psychology or you need to speak to someone. Sometimes it's literally just taking a breather, and so that just to avoid like burnout.
And so that really is a very simple way of looking at something that's very complex. Let's conclude here. Lauryn, start with you and talk about Lavender Week and what we expect from Lavender Week.
Yeah, so on the campus, on City College campus, we'll be having our events, and my team will be in the Hoffman Atrium. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 2. So today, so that's pretty much, it's going to be local vendors providing food, and then we'll also be educating students on the programs at City College. So that's pretty much everything that we'll be doing.
Professor, we'll give you the final word. What's the pitch here as we see some of the wonderful students who are involved in this? But what is the final pitch here for Lavender Week and what CCNY is doing?
Pitch is a great word. This is a marketing and PR class. So the students have really put out a great effort in terms of the marketing that you've probably seen if you've been on campus from posters and social media posts about the event. So just the promotion of getting people to talk about, go to these 3 events that will all be happening from noon to 2 in the NAC building at CCNY campus is a great way for them to learn not just about mental health, but marketing and PR in general. So it's a win-win for CCNY, for the students, for Fox Corp and NAMI, and everybody else involved.
This, I'm just going to conclude myself. Maybe I'll make the final pitch. This is what a CUNY education is about, because this is a creative approach to solving problems, to helping young people, or maybe not so young, our CUNY students, go out and really create a better world for all of us. So we thank you, Professor Jaime Schwarz at City College of New York, and Lauryn Bivans, who's the hype team leader at CCNY. The best, man. You guys are great. We're all working together on the same thing. We're pulling in the same direction. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.